Yeah, good.
Right, welcome to Pit Lane News. I'm Matthew Jordan. I'm here today with Alex Toth-Jones, who's just come back from the Nordschleife, the Nurburgring. Tell us about that. I saw bits and bobs, Alex, but how was it? It looked fantastic.
It's amazing. What a place! What a place. I'd never been before. I'd done, I think, a lap in the passenger seat a few years ago, but I'd never driven around it. So to commit to doing some racing there this year was quite a big deal, quite a big thing for me.
Brilliant.
But yeah, the sole purpose of the first few rounds when you're there is to get through what's called the Permit B. And then once you've completed so many race laps, you get Permit A, which then unleashes you to drive anything in the NLS. So it's all about getting the laps done, finishing. But what a Larry place. Like, obviously it's such a long lap. So to learn it takes a bit of time. There's bumps in places where you really don't want there to be bumps. And to throw into that GT3 cars and stuff that's quicker coming flying past. But yeah, awesome.
I crashed a hire car there back in the Rooks days. No one knows about it because I was with Rooks, but and this was just a hire car, but you can imagine being a race car, but it looked fantastic. And you got P5, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We obviously we're happy with that because part of the criteria of completing the laps is you've got to finish in the top 75% of your class. So obviously that's the main goal. The first driver, Julian, German lad, he put us in P3 from the start, which was really good. And we kind of, dropped in and around P3, P5, and then we finished in P5 quite strongly actually. And we're not too far away from the podium with the drivers we had to say that all three of us had never driven there. So we were really, really happy with it. And we finished. That's the main thing, because it's quite easy to not finish. But yeah, it was such a cool weekend.
Brilliant. Now, the reason we got you on today, obviously, we're helping you with sponsors for racing. So just tell, obviously, we're reaching out to people, a lot of German companies as well with the suppliers. Just tell the audience what you and your, I wouldn't say manager, but your mum, who's been driving you around and flying you around Europe the last few weeks, what have you got lined up? Something it was a bit special. In regards to hospitality and weekend packages, because you guys are offering a package for a weekend as opposed to the whole season, which is very innovative.
Yeah, exactly that. We looked at the Nurburgring and we looked at what a special place it is and kind of that aura that it brings for not only racing but general car enthusiasts, and everybody knows about it, everybody talks about it. So we thought, how can we capture that within My Racing? So we set up a package which is sold as a hospitality package. It's different to a sponsorship package in the sense that, we're not aiming to go, would you like to put your logo on the car and would you like to, come and
You're offering an experience.
Yeah, this is would you like to come and experience the Nürburgring from point of view that money can't buy effectively, apart from now it can. We take you obviously in the whole race weekend, so you get to be in the hospitality in the garage around me and everything that's happening, the pit stop. You're as involved as you can physically get without getting in the car.
It's literally a fly on the helmet.
Exactly.
Apart from when
if I've not had a good stint, and I'm angry, you'll see that. You'll be the first people I see.
Don't attack the hospitality, the clients. No, it's a great idea, and they also so just go through it on. So and obviously the weekends are different because you've got 24 hours and 12 hours. But on a basic weekend, the Friday you can take these guys out in the car as well.
Yeah. So the one of the real bonuses is obviously the team we're running with at the minute is they sell passenger laps, or taxi laps as they're called in Germany, which effectively means you'll be taken round the full circuit, the Nordschleife, by either myself or one of the other drivers there that weekend in one of the cars.
Is that flat out?
It's flat out because it's also the test session.
So just ordering some adult nappies.
Yeah, because it's the Friday test.
Yeah.
So in the UK that would be a flat out day, probably timed with TSL, whereas at the Nürburgring it's like a passenger lap day. Yeah. So not only effectively we bolt the passenger in and then carry on as normal. So it's about as flat out as it can get.
Right. And then
That's the Friday,
yeah,
obviously,
brilliant.
with the hospitality and everything. The Saturdays, the race days, everything happens on the Saturday, which is a little bit different to the UK. The UK tends to split it across the whole weekend.
Hang on,
And
Alex.
the reason why...
Hang on, Alex. Stop just a second. We've actually just, you're frozen here. Hang
Oh, yeah, I have.
on.
You can see that.
I thought you. Yeah. Just I can.
Am I back?
Well, listen. No, just carry on. So we'll put it into the recording. It's all fine. It's live TV. Look, you up putting a silly face.
Yeah. It's a great picture.
So go on. It'll come back later. Let me just
see if I can restart it while I'm here.
Well, we can still hear you. So Friday is the race day, is the lap day, and then on the Saturday is the.
So the race weekend effectively is one day, so it's Saturday. So you have qualifying in the morning, and then the race in the afternoon. Now, obviously, as part of that, that's where the full hospitality, in-race hospitality comes in, where you get to have a really nice view with all the food and the catering, and that's the networking opportunity. So for any, businesses out there that are wanting to get something out of this, one of the things that we strive on is to put the right people in the right room to have the right conversations.
Exactly.
Because obviously it's a fun weekend and there's loads to it, but business is business.
Business is business. Yeah, that's the whole point. Yeah, exactly. And I've got guys, as I said, I've been speaking to ISA Racing, so the suppliers, and for German companies, or even English guys to go over. It's a great network opportunity, just like Silverstone would be, but they're getting up close and personal, which is what they all want to be, to be in the pits. And then the Sunday is the race day itself.
No, so it all happens on the Saturday.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, sorry.
So weekend depending, because obviously the Nurburgring decides as and when it wants to run the tourist Fahrten days, they're called, or TF days, which is effectively where they open the circuit as a public toll road, and anybody can drive it in any car. Now we want to use that opportunity to give, in your case. So we want to use this opportunity to give our guests an opportunity to not only go around the circuit. Obviously, they may have done it as a passenger on Friday, but if they've come as part of a driving tour, if they've driven their own car there, to take their own car around and maybe potentially sit with me, and I'll give them some pointers.
Brilliant.
As to where it goes, because it's quite a big place.
Brilliant.
Along with that, there's the little elements which really add the finesse to the weekend. The tours of the museum and the history of the Nurburgring, and then the coach tour, where effectively the coach will take you round the lap, which we did on our permit course on the Thursday night, and it's the world's quickest bus driver, I swear.
Is it? It's not Sting, is it? It's not Perry McCarthy, is it?
No, he might as well have been. Yeah.
Brilliant. So that's fans. That's an amazing weekend.
Yeah, because it's mega, because they stop and you get opportunities to get on the circuit and take pictures, and it's a little bit different, and it really adds to not only the race weekend but the general experience of the Nurburgring.
Tell you what, as well, if I get over as well, we'll do something a bit special on that bus thing. We'll do some cocktail mixing and stuff. Ask him to go fast.
Exactly.
We'll make a fun video like they do on Top Gear or something.
Yeah, exactly. The way I say it, obviously it's open to everybody. That's the cool thing about it, because it's an experience. But if there is a business out there that is wanting to do something different,
corporate weekends,
then you're not just stood talking about your business to company, you're experiencing something completely different that you won't get anywhere else. And it's plus different to any race weekend.
And all the cars as well, all the rally guys, and all the car enthusiasts, all the people that go on these drives. So I didn't even thought about that. We'll reach out to those guys as well.
I've never been to a place that's buzzing 24/7.
It is. It's great.
I've done
Have you been? Did you go in the town nearby? There's a few pubs, and all the 100%. Porsches are parked up. Everyone's drinking. The whole town is very exciting. Even just being in a pub.
I've been quite privileged to drive in some pretty cool championships and to drive some pretty cool cars, but nothing has kind of taken my breath away. To be involved in the whole atmosphere and surrounding areas of the Nurburgring, because British GT gets massive crowds, touring cars gets massive crowds. I've never seen the whole grid and pit lane fully rammed of people at the NLS. It's like a countrywide event, and it's like the whole of Germany rocks up to this weekend. It's massive.
It is amazing.
It blew me away.
Just for the audience as well. Again, we're helping out, pushing this and whatever. But just give us an idea of the rates for a weekend for a person or for a group.
So we are currently evaluating and making some changes, obviously, because we've now been there and we've now experienced it.
Yeah.
It's not going to cost the world. It's not going to cost the world. The idea is we want to make it open to groups of people.
Yeah.
And the way we're structuring the packages effectively, so you can add onto it. So there'll be people out there that don't want to specifically, they don't mind about going on the bus tour. They don't want a passenger ride.
Exactly.
So we can tailor that price to it, but it's not going to be tens of thousands of pounds per person. It's going to be very affordable. Exactly.
And we've got all the, on the article that's going to come out with this video, so it'll be this afternoon, this evening, we've got all the breakdowns and the PDF files for people to look at. And we'll be tagging people. And as I said, all clients in Germany. So yeah, it's just a great idea. Now, hats up to you and your mum for thinking of, and I'm hoping as well, a lot of guys will see this and read this and think this is the sort of stuff, the innovative stuff that brings in financial support, which is what you're doing it for. You're offering a great weekend for somebody. You're offering a box ticker of a motorsports weekend with so many things, but at the same time, it's supporting your racing, as opposed to ringing up, can I have a sticker on the car? I want give us 10 grand. So that to me, although we've been trying to keep it secret for quite a while, and you guys have done it, and we've got to tell the world because we need to get people to buy tickets. Exactly. But I think a lot of guys, especially the sponsors of racing, can take heed and that will give them an idea to think outside of the box. Think of something that's going to make the sponsors or potential have an amazing time. And you guys have basically nailed it. So that's brilliant. Can we get your face for the last minute? Or are we gonna?
I'm trying. I'm having some serious issues.
Yeah, it's just I've got a good-looking filter attached to my computer, so it only lets me on it.
The camera's gone.
No, it's fine. Listen, doesn't matter. Listen,
I apologise.
No, listen. We saw the beginning. It's going to join all the articles as well. We wish you good luck, and then we'll speak in the next sort of few weeks anyway.
Yeah. I think one thing to add is that this is not the only opportunity we're going to be offering. This is just the start. We want to do this. Obviously, I'm racing at the Nurburgring. I want to open this up to wherever I end up racing across not only this year but following years. So this could, and hopefully, depending on the interest, could become quite an exotic, quite a cool thing to be involved in.
Well, do you know what? If it goes well, which I can't see it not going well. I've been in sales for 35 years, motorsports for 12 years, and crossing the two. So the good ideas. I had a chat with Matt Neal recently about the Halfords deal and how it all works. It's not just a Halford sponsoring; it's products in the store. It's a whole B2B, B2C compilation.
Exactly,
and it has to be. But this is, for me, it's a box ticker. And how we were looking at taking a party zone to the ACO for Le Mans. Maybe do it next year. But if this wasn't for motorsport fans, this was for music fans, festival fans, that, do you know what? I wouldn't mind going along and seeing a bit of 24-hour. So that's the same sort of thing. It's it's creating a market for people that are probably not even motorsports. They may be, they may not. It could be Dubai next year, or, it could be Qatar, or again, like a weekend in Qatar will be a bit different. But once you've got the template, it's a template that is great. And obviously Germany, and it is, the Nordschleife is an amazing place. It's a bucket list for most people. So, and it's in Europe, so you've not just got the English, you've got the French, the Dutch, the Belgium. We can pitch to anybody, and anybody can come and basically join you guys and be technically as part of the team, if you think about it. 100%. For the day, for the weekend.
100%. You are as involved as I am.
Yeah, exactly. Apart from you get to drive the car.
Yeah, well, you get in the passenger seat.
Well, listen, that's the beauty with the helmet, mate. We'll have a chat with them over there. We'll put the helmets on. I'll slip you something to drink. You have a little snooze, and I'll walk out with the helmet on. It's been done in the movies. I can do it. Oh, man,
As
listen.
long as you're fast.
Yeah, well, I'm quick, but I'm too quick. It's the corners I end up sort of going over on. But yeah, I won't smash your new car. And how's the team? Team's great?
Team's really good. Obviously, it's a big change because it's the first European team I've worked with. So German team, German speaking.
But they all speak English, yeah?
Ish.
Oh, really?
It's a very there is a language barrier, but you know, when you actually get involved, there's a language of motorsport which everybody makes sense, and it's quite self-explanatory. They run an amazing car. They're a massive outfit. They were running 10 cars at the weekend, so there's a huge amount of buzz going around in the garages.
Was that 5 teams?
No, one team.
Oh, really?
5. Yeah, one team, 10 cars, and they employ a lot of people to make it all work. And it runs really well. It's impressive.
That's what the Germans do well, like clockwork.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, we think we're organised when it comes to motorsport. No, they're on another level.
It's all professional, Germany. It's all professional. There is no club level over there. It's all professional. You know, some of our biggest clients from the suppliers, it's all that's where we hold the P&W in Germany. It's the biggest professional market outside of in the world, I think. Then Britain.
Well, it shows a lot that every single big German manufacturer chooses the NLS and the Nurburgring 24-hour as their priority in the year. And that's where they compete against each other. So it's a big market.
Brilliant.
And it's good fun.
Well, yeah, no, exactly. The weather looked fantastic, but I have seen it rain there before, but we'll be over soon. Just 2 words to learn, Alex, is halt and schnell. So that's stop and faster.
Correct.
You'll get by on that.
Correct. The only bit of German I know is Krankenwagen, which is ambulance. Hopefully I won't be needing one.
No, well, I know a bit. So I speak fluent Dutch, so I know a bit, but a lot of it is rude, so we can't really have it on.
I need to learn.
Listen, Do you know what? Get a little advice if you get a chance. I learned Italian, the basics, in 2 months because I had to, living in Italy. Babbel, Babbel. On your web, on your phone, 5 minutes a day. The way it teaches you is it's because it's learning, listening, typing, the reading. It's the whole thing, and you'll learn the basics by this season, guaranteed.
Yeah, someone has mentioned Babbel.
Yeah, I swear by it. I swear.
If I know I'm going to be out there for a few years, I'm going to learn.
And you just set aside 10 minutes a day, either morning or at night time, and then you can get if you go onto at night time onto YouTube, you can then run just 5 hours in your sleep. German, guten Tag, was ist los? And then it'll sink into subconscious. Anything, if you're going to be there for a few years, but you'll pick it up. Oh, mate, listen, I'll let you go. I know you've got a busy schedule. Thanks for your time. I will post this article tonight. We'll speak soon. And as well, do me a favour, if you can just WhatsApp me the team's details, some of the drivers, I'll add that to the article as well.
Yeah, no worries. Will do. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Have a good evening. We'll speak soon.
Thank you, mate.
Cheers, mate. Bye. Take care. Recording.